What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I want to talk about Steph Curry and the GOAT conversation that is really catching some steam, man. That GOAT conversation around Steph Curry, right? Now, I have been saying even before Golden State got Jimmy Butler. I've always thought, even if Steph Curry he didn't win any other rings. I've always thought that Steph Curry should not necessarily be in the GOAT conversation, but be in the conversation like the greatest of his era, like the LeBron, like after Kobe. After Kobe, I think that Steph Curry, after that Kobe era was over with, Steph Curry should be like the GOAT of that era. And so recently, Shaq said that Steph Curry should be in the GOAT conversation. And then I was watching the young lady, what's her name? Monica McNutt, and on her show, they was talking about how they thought that Steph Curry, if he wins another ring, he should be in that GOAT conversation. And like I said, now if he win another ring, maybe he can be in that conversation. But as far as Steph Curry, um, I think that he's the greatest of his era. That's for right now. I'll give him that. Like I said, after Kobe, once Kobe left, then I think this era belongs to Steph Curry. I know LeBron James has what, 4 rings. Steph Curry has 4 rings. LeBron James has played in I think like 10 championships. Steph Curry, I think, played in 6. Played in 6, won 4. LeBron played in 10, lost 6, won 4. But yeah, and see, I think the reason why Steph Curry is the conversation around Steph Curry is heating up is because of his recent play with Golden State since Jimmy Butler got there. His scoring is up. He's averaging 8 more points per game after they acquired Jimmy Butler. And the reason for that is Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler plays, that mid-range game, and Jimmy Butler goes to the hole, that allows Steph Curry, that allows Steph Curry just to operate, and so you gotta respect Jimmy Butler and you gotta respect Steph Curry. So Steph Curry can pretty much do his thing. Whereas though when Clay was there, Clay was not the same as he was when they was winning those championships. So it was harder for Steph to operate. Whereas though now, Steph had one game recently where he scored 56 points. Then in his last game, I forgot who they played, but Steph scored 40 points. So he looking like a whole nother ball player since Jimmy Butler has got there. I think their record since Jimmy Butler has got there. Well, in their last 10 games, I think they're like 9-1, something like that in their last 10 games. You know, and so some people may say that well, they're not really playing, they're not really playing anybody, but still you have to take into account that they do have, with the exception of Jimmy Butler, their team has that championship pedigree. So if once Golden State get into the playoffs, they can be dangerous. They can be very dangerous. And so they are right now. Golden State is in the 6th spot, right? And that they at number 6. If they so happen to get to number 5, which mean that they won't have to play as hard a team, in that first round, they could be very dangerous. They could be very dangerous for anybody, especially if they have to play a team like OKC who don't have that pedigree. Now, OKC is very talented. OKC also is in first place in the West. So if they can avoid, I think they can still beat OKC because, like I say, because of their pedigree and their experience. But if they can avoid OKC and then wait until they get to the later rounds before they face OKC, they might be able to sneak into that, get to that championship and go the distance. So um and I can see why people want to put Steph Curry in that GOAT conversation. Like I said, I've been even before they got Butler, like I said, I always thought that Steph was the greatest of this generation just because of the way he has moved throughout his career. For him to stay with one team for his entire career, win all of his rings with one team, I think to me that he is a better example. Steph Curry is a better example of like what a franchise ball player should be. He's, he's just a better example. And I think that things are shaping up in a way around the league where people are noticing that. Not just people in the league, but fans are noticing it, and the media is starting to that story, that conversation is starting to it's starting to gain some traction. And so that's why I like, and it's not only it's more of a that story is more of a legitimate story than it's more of an organic story. It's a true story. Like, you're not trying to force somebody to be the GOAT who's not the GOAT. You know what I mean? You're not trying to convince fans that this person is that when you never seen that. You know what I mean? It's whatever you get from Steph Curry is what you have seen throughout his career. So it's not like you're seeing one thing on the court and the media is trying to tell you a different thing. Like with LeBron, like some people don't see him as being a GOAT. They don't see the fact, they don't see because LeBron James got over 40,000 points, they don't really consider that putting him in a GOAT conversation. But everything that Steph Curry has done throughout his career is just, it's like undeniable, it's organic. It hasn't been forced, it's been done the right way. And so that's why that argument, that GOAT conversation is starting to gain some traction. And so if I was LeBron James, I would really be worried about that conversation around Steph Curry as far as being a GOAT. And do not let him, if Steph Curry wins another championship, that's it. I think that really knocks LeBron James. That'll knock him out of that GOAT conversation. If Steph win a championship, that would knock LeBron James out of there. That just would knock him out, in my opinion. So, but let me know what y'all think though about that statement I just made. Would that knock LeBron James out? I think it would. Um, yeah. So, with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.